What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a SummerSlam World title match in jeopardy of being cancelled, Nikki Bella teases a SummerSlam return, Ric Flair works for free, the next Saudi Arabia show has been confirmed, Nikki A.S.H booed, Jerry Lawler battled Enzo Amore in a casket match, and much more. Yeah, what the hell? Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Now, our first story looks at Sasha Banks and Belair out of SummerSlam. Now, topping today's news is wild rumors making the rounds concerning the SmackDown Women's Champion match between Bianca Belair and her challenger Sasha Banks, and whether the match will actually take place as scheduled. PW Insider is reporting it has spoken with several sources inside the company who expressed concern the announced match will not take place at SummerSlam this weekend, but there is nothing confirmed in that regard. The cancellation hasn't been confirmed, and it remains unknown why the EST and the Boss are potentially unavailable to wrestle. If they don't wrestle, the WWE could hold a number one contenders match for the title at SmackDown, skip the match, or just replace it with something else entirely. If the match doesn't take place, it'll be interesting to see whether the WWE explains their absence, either with a storyline reason or perhaps the truth, or choose to ignore things. Speaking of SummerSlam, be sure to check out our videos with all the latest news and rumors on the biggest party of the summer, as well as our predictions for this year's matches. Next up, WWE's next Saudi Arabia show confirmed. Now, it appears that there are more signs that WWE's next Saudi Arabia show will take place soon, after months of speculation whether the WWE will be able to hold one in 2021. According to Ringside News, an Arabic Twitter page posted the following comment from Turki Al-Sheikh, the advisor to the Royal Court and chairman of the General Authority for Entertainment. Turki Al-Sheikh announces the next WWE show will be in Riyadh, expected to be in October. While the card remains unknown, the Mat Men podcast Andrew Zarian is reporting that the King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring tournaments will conclude in Saudi Arabia. Currently, we haven't heard if any Saudi officials have asked for any deceased wrestlers to show up, as reportedly it's happened on more than one occasion. Next up, is Ric Flair free to work anywhere? The question of whether the Nature Boy had a non-compete clause when he and the WWE parted ways took a bizarre turn when Flair showed up at AAA's Triplemania 29 show, appearing in Andrade's corner during his match against AAA Mega Champion Kenny Omega. As previously reported, Flair got physical in the match, leading to fans asking how the 16-time world champion was able to get in the ring. And now Wrestling Inc.'s Raj Giri has some fascinating news concerning Flair's status. Wrestling Inc. has learned that Flair did the appearance at no charge. Flair apparently chartered a private jet to make the show at his own expense. We have learned that there is not a non-compete agreement between Flair and WWE, so he is free to appear for other promotions immediately. According to the report, Charlotte Flair was also backstage at the show. Andrade has commented that he would like to see his entire family in AEW, including Charlotte Flair and Papa-in-law Ric Flair. Next up, Andrade vs Meltzer Meltdown. But speaking of Andrade, it looks like the war of words between him and Meltzer continues based on Meltzer's critique of Andrade's aforementioned match against Kenny Omega. Meltzer commented, "It was not as good as the Christian Cage match, the Cage vs Omega on Friday's Rampage. I mean, it was a good match, but it was not a great match. It felt like Kenny Omega was working to have a really good match, and it felt like Andrade was working to have a good match." Andrade responded on Twitter, "That man hates me and will never speak well of me or my fiancée, but all the fans love him for the garbage that comes out of his mouth. I'm a pro and I showed it yesterday, and La Sombra is back to show everyone I'm better than waiting for a stupid star rating." Meltzer wasn't having it and responded, "Never thought the day would come when somebody would say I never speak well of your fiancée. For years, all I heard was how much I praised her. Pays to actually read firsthand." Now, this hasn't been the first time Meltzer has found himself in hot water with a wrestler, and the exchanges between wrestlers and the Wrestling Observer newsletter's editor are always good for free publicity, and entertainment. Next up, Nikki A.S.H booed. Is the WWE Universe turning on Nikki A.S.H? Well, that remains to be seen, but a video posted from her recent house show match featuring the current Raw Women's Champion included some notable boos for Nikki during her introduction. And this isn't the first time this has happened, but we feel it's still too early to tell if these are isolated incidents or a sign that Cross's new persona isn't getting over. As previously discussed, the WWE can't book their champion weekly because fans don't like a loser. Regrettably, that's been the case as Nikki has been booked as anything but a worthy champion, leading to doubts about her worth as a world champion. While Vince McMahon is reportedly a big fan of her character, as well as the potential merchandise possibilities, her fickle nature could see her buried in the blind of an eye if he thinks she's not getting over. If fans turn on Nikki, what do you think the WWE will do? Ignore them or find a different character for her? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, recently released superstars are facing visa issues. A number of recently released WWE superstars are not only trying to figure out where to work next once their non-compete clause ends, but how to stay in the United States. A recent report from Cultaholic revealed, with the WWE allowing a high number of talent and performers to depart the promotion this year across all levels of their roster, a host of wrestlers who aren't US citizens are facing a difficult situation regarding working in the country. Some of the wrestlers dealing with these issues include Chelsea Green and Cassie Lee and Jessie McKay, aka the Iconics. Fightful Select also discussed the situation, and it boils down to foreign wrestlers having 5 months from their release to either obtain a visa or make their way home. Fightful Select is also reporting that Green is negotiating with Mexico's AAA promotion for a possible appearance. With questions about the coronavirus surging due to the Delta variant, wrestlers could face more difficulties obtaining their visas, leading to them having to return home while they attempt to resolve matters. Naturally, if a larger wrestling promotion wants to sign any of these wrestlers, they could assist in getting their visas. Next up, Nikki Bella teases a SummerSlam appearance. Is Nikki Bella going to appear at SummerSlam? Well, the Total Bella stars teased fans with the following tweet. Looking through my closet and deciding what to wear at SummerSlam next week. Thoughts? Nikki has also changed up her look with a new hairstyle. While Nikki isn't confirmed for SummerSlam, the WWE is known for having some surprise appearances, so nothing should be ruled out at this point other than an appearance by Jon Moxley. The Bellas have repeatedly teased stepping back into the ring for a run at the Women's Tag Team Championship, but nothing has materialized. And finally, Jerry Lawler wrestles Enzo Amore in a casket match. What the hell? Last but not least, did 71-year-old Jerry Lawler just battle former WWE superstar Enzo Amore, who now works under the lawyer-friendly name Enzo, in a casket match? And a story so bizarre, even for wrestling, the two did indeed meet up, throwing down at Northeast Wrestling's WrestleFest 25 in Poughkeepsie, New York. While the idea of a wrestler Lawler's age having a quality match may seem unlikely, the match received positive feedback, and Lawler wrestled during a time when wrestlers knew how to work violent brawls without abusing their bodies. The Lawler vs Enzo match is a reminder that once a person has worked in the WWE, they always have options for working on the indie circuit. Who would have even thought that Lawler would actually win the match as well? But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.